sexy Kevin Nash appointed me as acting commissioner. Big Papa, take care of our first order of business.
Now, Heavy D and Big Ron, it is our distinguished pleasure to welcome you to the NWO.
Now let's get down to some serious business. I get to decide who Big Sid's next opponent's gonna be.
And Jarrett, he's got the guitar!
Sid's just about at the boiling point.
February 20th at Super Brawl, it's gonna be me, the U.S. Heavyweight Champ.
My God, Jarrett just pinned Sid! Is this what we're gonna see at Super Brawl?
And Sid, I'm gonna make your life a living hell.
It ain't gonna be that easy!
We're gonna have us a little triple threat theater. 3 matches in 1 night. The first match is gonna be a submission match against Mike Rotundo.
It's a crossface!
And Rotundo gets tapped out.
The second match, the dog-faced gremlin, Rick Steiner.
What was that? Baseball bat. Down goes Rick Steiner. Down goes Sid. Sid lands on top, and Sid gets the 3 count.
And last but not least, it's gonna be a handicap match against Big Ron and Heavy D.
Going up. Gonna be chokeslam time now. Gets 1, 2, 3. Here comes the New World Order. Oh! Jeff Jarrett with the guitar shot, and the NWO is gonna have the last word.
And one last thing, I will take bribes.
He's a dynamic leader, you gotta give him that.
God, you ain't gonna believe it. After tonight, Sid's gonna think last week was a cakewalk. You ain't gonna believe what I got in store for him tonight.
What do you got in store for me?
It's a surprise. Come on. You'll find out when Sid finds out. Hey, I want to see the look on Funk's face when he finds out what I got in store for him.
Has anybody heard from Kevin?
Yeah, I talked to him. He's gonna be back soon. He said, hey to everybody, and get you down there.
Let me have my phone. Oh, no, I'll call him back. Don't worry about it. I can't wait. After tonight, Sid's going to be begging to get rid of that belt on eBay. Begging. Boy, you ain't gonna do it. No, not right now. Not right now. Positive. Not right now.
Because right now, it's time to go on the air. Ladies and gentlemen, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and the world, welcome WCW Monday Nitro. We come to you from downtown Tulsa, Oklahoma, and the Convention Center, where a sold-out capacity crowd welcomes World Championship Wrestling as we head into the home stretch, 13 days away from Super Brawl 2000. And as we begin things, Tony Schiavone along with Mark Madden. What in the world do we have in the ring?
Now tonight, good to see you. Thank you for buying our music and making us #1. And tonight, we got a contest for all the ladies out there. You have a chance to win a date with the 3 count.
What?
That's right. We're coming to your hometown to take you out for a night you'll never forget. Well, I know what you all came to see. So hit the beats that'll move your feet. Now hit the music.
A dream day with Dream Tony. Some lucky girls.
What's wrong with their music anyway?
Slow it down. It's like the blues version of the song, I think.
The music is really stopped. What in the world has happened to their music? Oh, look at this.
Norman Smiley is ruining the top song in the nation, Tony. These fans can't hear what they came to hear.
He's commandeered the music, and it has really put a crimp in the style of 3 count here.
The fans are disappointed. The girls are disappointed. Dadgummit, Tony, I'm disappointed.
You're disappointed, Mark Madden?
That's the greatest song I've ever heard. All I listen to is 3 count Led Zeppelin, Tony.
Boy, they want a piece of Norman Smiley, don't they?
I don't blame him. He ruined this great song. Tony, a deathly pall was falling on the arena because they did not get to hear this great hit.
Evan Courageous said, hey, he's mine.
They're booing Norman. Hear him, Tony? They're booing Norman.
We love you. All love you. Is that the rhythm music coming?
That's Norman's music.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, what a meager tune to play in place of that great song by 3 count. Norman Smiley truly is deranged, Tony. He truly is deranged. to disappoint these great fans. He's supposed to be a good guy? I don't think so.
Well, it sounded to me, Mark Madden, as if they erupted when the music slowed down to a crawl and then to a stop. And now Norman's going to make his way into the ring to open up this edition of WCW Monday Nitro.
And as usual, Tony's looking for a cheap crowd pop. He's wearing the local hockey jersey. Same old story for Norman Smiley, trying to suck up.
Back on January 24th, the Norman Conquest, Norman Smiley got a win over Shannon Moore of 3 Count. He came out dressed as a catcher. And then on January 31st, 1 week later, a win over Shane Helms with the Norman Conquest. Remember, he was dressed up as the Demon at that time. And now, this will make his 3rd solo match against members of 3 Count. And this all came, if we'll recall, from Kevin Nash's comment that Norman had no courage, so he set off to take down 3 of the men he said were the roughest and toughest competitors WCW had to offer.
Well, now, Tony, 3 Count can sing. I don't know if they're really what you would call rough and tough in the classic sense. Great scientific performers, no doubt about that, but rough and tough, I don't know.
Norman dressed up in the local hockey team, the Tulsa Oilers.
Getting a cheap cheer like he always panders for, Tony.
Well, he does things very differently. I don't think there is any question. And now Evan Courageous and Norman Smiley in the 3rd match Norman has against members of 3 Count. Now, Mark, you got to be honest. The fans do not like the singing of Evan Courageous, Shane Helms, and Shannon Moore at all. They don't like this song.
To me, they appear to love it here in Tulsa. They booed Norman Smiley when he speeded up the tape and slowed up the tape to ruin the song in the back, Tony.
You really think they were booing Norman?
They were booing Norman, no doubt about that. The fans want to hear this great group.
Well, you know, they are living in the world of pop music, and I'm not so sure pop music is what the wrestling fan likes. Great move by Screamin' Norman, the former hardcore champion, sending Evan Courageous in with a good outside-in vertical suplex.
Tony, when I think music, I think Led Zeppelin, 3 Count, the Eagles.
Trying the lariat that time, Norman, Evan from behind. Standing switch by Screamin' Norman.
This at all, Tony. I don't think Evan likes it at all either.
Evan didn't like it. He turned the tables on Norman with a great move that time to drive Screamin' Norman down.
Now Shane Helms up on the apron, Tony. Evan Courageous runs into him. Now 2 members of 3 Count in the ring. Shannon Moore distracting referee Billy Silverman.
Who in the world would want a date with 3 Count? Like Evan Courageous said. I mean, here's a roll-up. Hold on. 1, 2. I'll get your answer in a moment. Norman turns the other way. 1, 2. Holding. And he got the win!
That's ridiculous. A handful of fights by Norman Smiley.
And look at this!
Danny Hodge ringside, Tony.
Danny Hodge, former junior heavyweight champion, Oklahoma native at ringside, cheering on Norman Smiley's win.
He was cheering on 3 Count. Give me a break.
3 Count! Now you push my back against the wall. I'm coming out fighting. You guys want to make a name for yourselves here? In WCW? Well, I'll challenge not 1, not 2, but the 3 of you. Super Brawl, San Francisco. I'm gonna have the 3 of you lined up like I did those showgirls in Las Vegas and do the big wiggle. All right, it's wiggle time here in Tulsa.
He wants to challenge all 3 of them.
It's wiggle time here in Tulsa.
Well, that's ludicrous. I do see his point, Tony, because all 3 of them do come in the ring whenever it's a one-on-one match. It winds up being 3-on-1. So I guess Smiley just wants it to be that way up front.
That's the one and only Screamin' Norman. This portion of WCW Monday Nitro is brought to you by Western Union, the fastest way to send money worldwide. We are just getting started tonight on WCW Monday Nitro. Tony Schiavone and Mark Madden. And based on what Jeff Jarrett has done to Sid Vicious and based on what he has done in the past, what in the world, based on the comments from Jeff Jarrett, does he have planned for Sid Vicious here tonight?
Tony, there are 2 rules in life. Rule number 1, there's always a victim. Rule number 2, don't be the victim. Sid was the victim last week. He'll be the victim tonight. He'll be the victim at Super Brawl. And at Super Brawl, the chosen one will become the chosen champion.
That is only 13 days away. You heard what Jeff Jarrett said about Terry Funk. Terry Funk had asked Jeff Jarrett to consider an I Quit match between he and Ric Flair tonight. Well, here's what Jeff Jarrett did for Terry Funk. It will be tonight. It will be an I Quit match, but Terry Funk must face son David Flair in an I Quit match. And what about Arn Anderson? Said he's going to get Terry Funk and Ric Flair to finally go back together, or he was going to pick one side or the other.
Tony, tough call for Arn Anderson. Ric Flair's his longtime best friend. They were in the Horsemen together. But Terry Funk got Arn Anderson his job back in WCW. Who will Arn pick? I don't know, and I doubt he knows right now either.
Well, fans, also, as you know, this past Wednesday on Thunder on TBS, we saw the return of Hulk Hogan challenging the Total Package for a match coming up at Super Brawl, and we are going to hear tonight from the Total Package with Elizabeth. He always has something to say. Plus, fans, we're also going to see the Demon against Billy Kidman one-on-one here tonight. Also, we are going to have Booker, formerly of Harlem Heat, as Booker will go one-on-one tonight to take on The Wall. And then speaking of Harlem Heat, Big Stevie Ray along with Big T of Harlem Heat will face the Disco Inferno as we are off and running here tonight in World Championship Wrestling as Super Brawl is on the horizon. And you say Jeff Jarrett is going to become the next heavyweight champion.
The chosen one, the chosen champion, Tony. Count on it.
Well, fans, we are just beginning for 2 hours tonight from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I think we're going to backstage. What's going on back there?
Is in possession of some illegal contraband. You understand me? I want his bag. Oh, listen, that's the bag right there. Search it, search it. There's some illegal contraband. That's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. I want you to see that right now. It's illegal. He's guilty of copyright infringement, and that's wrong. And as far as his music is concerned, he's not going to have that either. I have something very appropriate for Mr. Booker tonight. You understand?
Mention NWO, we got some more to say tonight.
Guess what? Jeff Jarrett in the NWO is coming to the ring, and we're coming right back with him. Black limousine outside of the convention center here in downtown Tulsa. And of course, over the years, we can speculate who's in that limousine, but we are not sure exactly who it is. It could be anyone. I mean, we've seen people walk into Monday Nitro we never expected out of a black limousine.
Well, I like what I see so far, Tony.
I would agree with you there.
There's one low-cut Bodis. There's another one, a third one.
Oh.
Who else?
Who else?
Who else? The Nature Boy. Looking so fine. The ladies looking so fine like always, Tony.
Nature Boy Ric Flair, and fans, a reminder, we are 13 days out for the big one. Super Brawl 2000. Sid Vicious and Jeff Jarrett will collide for the WCW heavyweight title. It's on the 20th of February at 8 o'clock Eastern time, and I believe that's going to bring the NWO into the arena.
No doubt about it, and Tony, Sid Vicious is great. I just think Jeff Jarrett's going to turn out to be better. He's got the commissioner's office on his side. He's got the NWO on his side. How many times can Sid Vicious beat off a 5-on-1 attack? His days as champion are indeed numbered.
And he's got the referee on his side. We found out last week he's paid off the referee.
Mark Johnson.
Mark Johnson.
Imagine somebody taking a bribe to throw a world heavyweight title match.
Imagine that.
You could see that in spring football pretty soon. You never know.
Here comes the new world order. Would you take a good look at the way Big Papa Pump is dressed?
Big Papa Pump's looking great. The girls are looking better.
God.
There's the chosen commissioner coming out there with that U.S. title belt. Tony, you're a man. You have needs. Which one of the NWO girls do you like the best? I like the blonde one, Kylie.
Well, I shouldn't say this. I mean, I'm a family man, but I happen to like April, the redhead, and I like Kim, the girl on the left arm of Big Papa Pump.
You know, Tony, I don't say this lightly. These NWO women might even be too much for manly men like Three Count. They might overwhelm those three poor boys.
I would think they would do that.
They may, who knows, they may try to win that dream date thing, but I don't know. I don't think Three Count would want to cross the likes of the NWO.
Listen, I don't want to take away from what interim commissioner has to say, but my God, would you take a look at Scott Steiner?
Scott Steiner is looking tremendous. He's looking like Dennis Rodman would look if Dennis Rodman ever looked good.
What an entourage. There he is, there he is. Big Papa Pump. Holy smokes.
Scott Hall's got the mic. I can't wait to hear what he has to say, Tony. Come on, say it! Say it!
He's not going to say it.
Scott Hall lost for words, Tony? I've never ever seen the likes of this.
Shut up out there a minute.
Okay, give me a
Once
second.
again, we're out here to give a wake-up call to everybody in the back. NWO is in the house. And what you gotta understand is you better stay out of our way. Because if you don't, it's simple. You're gonna get hurt. What you people don't realize is what you have standing here in this ring tonight is the elite. And no matter how hard you try, you cannot and you will not get rid of us. Papa Pump.
Oh no.
This really scares me, Tony.
As you can see, when Big Papa Pump comes to town, all my hooches come around. But it's just a damn shame that we had to leave LA and come to this cesspool called Tulsa. But last night when I was kicking it in the booty-o, proving that I was the daddy, that I was the king of the night. But I'm not one to brag. Madeja, Kim, why don't you tell me what it's like to be with the Purple Warrior?
The what?
Papa Pump, you're not just any man between the sheets, honey. Kim, why don't you tell him what he's really like? Oh, that's right. Big Papa Pump's not he's our Superman.
You're damn straight. So this goes to all my freaks out there. Big Papa Pump is your hookup. Holler if you hear me.
He's right about Tulsa, Tony. You know what you get when you spell Tulsa backwards, don't you?
I'm done. No.
No, I don't.
Think about it.
Okay.
Now last week, I was watching TV and I watched a 53-year-old man come out here who has more loose skin than a Shar-Pei puppy come out here and say he's still the man. I seen Ric Flair, #2, the Nature Boy, come out here who's been the butt end of all the jokes because he's supposed to be the limousine riding, jet flying son of a gun. But I'm saying one time, you should have took a cab and used that money to fix your crooked yellow teeth. So I had to ask myself, if WCW was gonna hire the Nature Boy #2, why wouldn't they hire the Nature Boy, the original Nature Boy, Buddy Rogers? Now I don't know that Buddy Rogers is dead, God rest his soul, but Ric Flair, your career is dead. And I know as he lays 6 feet under, he's still styling and profiling, because when you used your little brain and stole his name, there's one thing you couldn't steal, and that was his class. So when you walked down that aisle last week, I know I wasn't alone, because the people at home, all they did was grab their remote, change the channel to the WWF, and watch Stone Cold, a person you and your old friends got fired from here, because you're a jealous old bastard. So Ric Flair, remember this, in this wrestling business, there's never been a bigger ass-kissing, butt-sucking bastard in this business, but also in life, you're the biggest ass-kissing, backstabbing, butt-sucking bastard. And you belong where you're at in WCW, because WCW sucks. And so do you. Me, I'm just gonna stay right here in the NWO for life.
Strong words from a strong man, Tony
Now
Schiavone.
let's get down to business. It looks like we're back in Slapnuts country. You know, since I'm still acting WCW commissioner, let's get right down to work. Let's get right down to commissioning. You know, right now I want to send a special message out to the WCW champion, Sid Vicious. I ain't done with you yet, son. Right now I want to pour a little gasoline on the fire, add a little sizzle to the steak, because I've already handpicked my referee. After a long and lengthy deliberation, Scott, my referee is going to be Mark Johnson.
Well, of course it is.
But what I want to do right now is add a second stipulation. The chosen one has chosen to make this match a no DQ. So Sid, what that means is one thing. You can't get your ass disqualified to hold on to that belt. Because February 20th at Super Brawl, that's the night the belt comes back to the NWO. That's the night that I prove that I do have all the stroke around that place. And that's the night that the belt will be strapped around my waist and I will be named the new WCW Heavyweight Champion. But promises are promises, Scott, and I promised Sid he wouldn't have to defend the title until then. But I ain't done with him yet, like I said, because I'm gonna make his life a living hell. So Sid, tonight you have to do what I say, when I say, and you have to wrestle who I say. So you're gonna have to wrestle in the main event a guy who is the pride and joy, the heart and soul, the blood and guts, a guy who oozes the black and white. And that's right, you gotta wrestle Scott Hall in the main event.
Whoa! Oh.
That's right, Scott. No. I cleared you tonight. And you're going to wrestle the big guy. Mind you, it's not a title match, Sid, but I want you to be in good shape. I want you to have a workout. I want you to be ready to put on one hell of a performance at Super Brawl. So, Scott, I'm going to make him this promise. No, you're cleared. Sid, this outsider is going to be all up in your ass tonight. Now hit our music.
He has booked a non-title match, Sid Vicious and Scott Hall for tonight.
It's pure genius, Tony. He's going to use Hall to soften up Sid for Super Brawl.
And look at Scott Hall's reaction. What about that?
They took my colors. They took my music. See, but they ain't gonna never take my dignity. You understand me?
David Flair, Crowbar, gentlemen, apparently your plans are on hold to regain the WCW Tag Team titles, at least for tonight. As you know, Commissioner Jeff Jarrett has signed you, David, in an I Quit match against Terry Funk. And I don't have to tell you, it was your father, the Nature Boy Ric Flair, who made professional wrestling history back in 1989 in the same kind of a match against the very same opponent.
Gene, maybe this was meant to be, but tonight, I'm gonna fight one of my father's battles for him tonight. Got it?
Outside interference, 1, 2, 3.
That match coming up tonight, but coming up at Super Brawl, they will settle it, maybe, once and for all, we're not sure. Two of the greatest legends ever, the Nature Boy Ric Flair and Terry Funk, on February 20th at Super Brawl 2000. And Mark Madden later on tonight, the I Quit match, David Flair and Terry Funk one-on-one.
David Flair sounded almost lucid, almost sane during the interview, Tony. Ric Flair made his son snap a few months back by always fighting David Flair's battles for him. Maybe David fighting Terry Funk in an I Quit match will help David's elevator reach the top floor, if you know what I mean.
What is this music?
I gotta admit, this isn't a very good song. This is, not a guy being introduced coming to the ring to this song, but hey, Jay Biggs is a shrewd attorney. I guess this is the only song that Booker could get the rights to on short notice.
There's no pyro. He doesn't have his regular tights. We saw that the order that an injured Jay Biggs had, taking his tights and He's got this lame music. He's got no pyro. He doesn't have his regular tights, but you heard as you walked to the ring that they're not going to take my dignity, is what he said.
Yeah, he sounded like Whitney Houston, for heaven's sakes. You know, Tony, Jay Biggs getting control of the letter T has gone far and wide across the entertainment industry. I'll tell you about that in just a few seconds. Look at this big man coming to the ring.
It's the Wall who has been most impressive since his debut here in WCW. Since he first came in as a bodyguard for Berlin, he has broken off from Berlin. He has forged his own path in WCW, and it's been very, very impressive. This should be a good matchup.
No doubt about it, Tony. As I said, Jay Biggs getting the rights to the letter T has struck a nerve across the whole entertainment industry. Sesame Street is now teaching a 25-letter alphabet to kids. Mr. T is now merely Mr. Rapper Ice-T is now merely Ice. And the immortal Hulk Hogan, now the immoral Hulk Hogan. Not much of a stretch, if you ask me.
The only T, I guess, is Big T.
The way it should be. He owns the letter.
Of course, coming up at Super Brawl, Booker is going to have a chance to change all that around in a matchup against Big T, where ownership of Harlem Heat will be at stake. And I would venture to say that Booker is going to be wrestling with a lot of fire and vigor in that match, a lot of purpose, Mark Madden, coming up at San Francisco.
He's wrestling with a lot of fire and vigor right now, Tony. He's pounding the wall in the corner there. But yeah, there's a lot at stake, and I give Stevie Ray J. Biggs Big T credit for putting the name up.
Foot into the face, and the Wall runs right over Booker T. Any wrestler in WCW, any backstage personnel will tell you, oh, look at that over the top. And all the way to the floor will tell you that Booker T is one of the finest pound-for-pound athletes that we have in WCW, but still, he's went up against a mammoth of a man who is relentless. Had they not relaxed the over-the-top rope rule, that would have been disqualification.
I would never dispute that Booker T is one of the finest competitors in all WCW. There's a nice reversal by Booker T as the Wall gets into the guardrail. Booker T coming on strong now. But the Wall, hey, he may be young, he may be inexperienced, but he goes straight ahead all the time, Tony. That's why he has a chance here against Booker.
It's a good point. He does go straight ahead. He keeps the offense on. He is not intimidated by Booker. Here's a guy who has been World Tag Team Champion 10 times during his career. And he's not back down at all. He's got a sleeper hold now on the Wall, who drops down to one knee. Nick Patrick is the referee. How about it? Coming up later on, Sid Vicious and Scott Hall in this program. Non-title match.
Now, I understand why Jeff Jarrett wants it to be non-title, because he merely wants Scott Hall to soften Sid up for Super Brawl. But how's Scott Hall feel about that?
Well, he didn't feel too good about getting into it. It seemed anyway, saying that he wasn't ready. But the commissioner said, yeah, I got your clearance. Big scoop slam by the Wall as he put Booker down, and now it looks like maybe we'll try to go up top.
See, this is a mistake, Tony. He should stay on the mat and just keep working Booker over, keep pounding him, pounding him, pounding him. This is exactly the kind of situation where a rookie makes a mistake.
He's up on top, and Booker T caught him with a great maneuver. Anticipation that time and timing, a Harlem sidekick caught him on the way down. Extra added momentum on the way down for that Harlem sidekick. And now the axe kick. Drives him down to the mat.
Spin-a-rooney! Spin-a-rooney!
There's the spin-a-rooney. Yes, he gets up, does the Wall. Booker almost begged for him to get up. And now hooks him and drives him down.
You got to give Booker credit. He's got a lot of energy off this battle over the Harlem Heat name, Tony.
He is climbing to the top turnbuckle pad as Midnight down to the corner looks on. What do we have here? Did I hear
That's right, you're nothing but a hardened criminal.
Jay Biggs seems hurt very bad, Tony, and he has cops with him, it looks like.
What's he trying to do, interrupt this match? Booker caught
fellas
in a choke slam by the Wall. Booker had turned his attention away, and he got caught and he got beat.
What an upset. The
Get in there.
Big win for him.
Arrest him. Get in there and arrest him right now. Arrest him right now.
Now, Tony, Jay Biggs allowed the Wall to get the pin before he made arrest Booker. So he saw the
arrest that hardened criminal. That's right. As part of due process, I think you ought to know what you're being charged with. Last week you committed a plethora of offenses. They are assault and battery, culpable negligence, reckless endangerment, and the most serious of them all attempted murder. Take him out. He's a hardened criminal. Take him out right now. Take him out. Don't be gentle with him. He's a hardened criminal. He's a killer.
This has never happened. No one has ever been locked up.
Take him out right now. He's nothing but a criminal. Watch him. And you better watch it too. You better watch it too. That's right, he's a criminal. Take that criminal out of here. Take him out.
Wait. Phone. Hold on, I'm on the phone.
Huh?
I'm on the phone.
Yeah, you're on the phone? Huh? Busting my arm, you think you're funny?
Well, just calm down, man.
Calm down? Oh, you think you're swerving me?
Just calm down.
Oh, smash your dad and keep that. Oh, why don't you step back, you chrome domes? Huh? What do you think this is?
What's wrong with
funny?
you? You won the match, and you wanted to be in the same ring with Finley. If my memory serves me correctly.
For you to say.
Yeah. Weren't you in the same ring?
Yeah.
You and Luger?
Yeah, I gave you some good money, man.
Look, if you would have paid some more money, I would have had you wrestling Finley.
Yeah. Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Wait, look, let's make this right. Do you want to be in the same ring with Finley tonight?
Yeah, I do.
I'm acting commissioner. Consider it done.
I don't care. Broken arm and anything. I'm the hardcore champion. Yeah. I'm ready to kick some ass.
You're going to get a chance to prove it. Now get out of here. We got business to take care of. Look, you and Finley will be in the same ring.
All right.
It's a promise, buddy.
Got it, man.
It's a damn promise.
Beat it, monkey.
Now let's get back.
Finley gonna ref again?
Hell yeah, he's gonna ref. Yeah, he's gonna ref.
Oh, she doesn't wrestle.
What do you think? Bam Bam? Bigelow, what do you think?
Go ahead.
I like Bam Bam.
Hey, wait. I'm acting commissioner, but look, I like a committee. Let's take a vote. What do you think?
Bam Bam.
Bigelow?
Hey.
You're for it.
Oh, yeah.
Referee?
Oh, yeah.
Consider it done.
Hell yeah, Jeff. Hell yeah.
You gonna go through this match? A man's got to do what a man's got to do, on, especially when I don't know where you stand. All right, I'm gonna see how you handle yourself in this match, then I'll let you know where I stand. Deal? You said you were already gonna tell me where you stand, Anderson. See how you handle yourself. You told me you'd tell me tonight. You said tonight, Arn. You said tonight.
Our new tag team, Nizam.
Miss Hancock's hot us because we dumped her. But don't worry, I got big plans for us tonight.
Like chasing rats?
Well, that comes later. First, we're gonna challenge the Mamalukes to a tag team title match.
That'll get us on Thunder.
Have you seen those guys today?
Well, yeah, they're in the loser locker room.
Figures. Let's go.
Come on.
Back to the ring we go here on WCW Monday Nitro, and there is the Barbarian. Tony Schiavone, Mark Madden back with you. And less than 2 weeks out from Super Brawl 2000. That's on Sunday, the 20th of February at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And I gotta wonder for Sid Vicious, those 13 days with a lot of pain.
Well, it's not so much what's going to happen to Sid Vicious at Super Brawl, Tony. It's what's going to happen to him tonight and every day between now and Super Brawl, thanks to Jeff Jarrett.
Here comes Tank Abbott. And you talking about a man who will just run through a wall, a man who will bludgeon anything in his path. This is truly one of the scariest men that we've ever seen, but he's going to face a man who fears no one, the Barbarian, and the Barbarian immediately did the right thing, Mark, and that's attack him on the way in.
That's the first guy to ever go right after Tank Abbott and beat him to the first punch, but now Tank's coming back.
Tank just mauling him, attempting to, but look at the Barbarian trying to fight him off. We're going to find exactly what Tank's made of right here, right tonight, as the Barbarian got the first blow in, but Tank Abbott is relentless.
The thing about Tank Abbott is he enjoys this, Tony. It's not the result, it's the fight. He loves the fight himself.
He picked him up with just raw power that time and pounds the Barbarian behind the shoulder blades. And the referee almost got caught in there, and then right hand sent him on his rear end.
I wish the people at home could be at ringside with us, Tony. You could feel the impact of that punch. That almost went right through Barbarian's skull.
Look, he is smacked out. Spread eagle on the canvas. He knocked him completely out. What a punch that was. And the amazing thing is the Barbarian had some fight into him left in this match about 10 seconds ago.
I've never ever seen the Barbarian so vulnerable. Oh, who's this?
Oh, you know who that is? That's Big Al.
Big Al, that's Tank Abbott's former bodyguard, a former member of Team Tank, an Ultimate Fighter himself. Why is he here?
Well, he made it clear not too long ago that he did not like the fact that Abbott had sold out to wrestling and was here. As Abbott kind of looks away and walks out, we look at the casket of the one and only Demon, and who's this? That's Crowbar.
Crowbar digs it, Tony. He digs the casket. He digs Kiss, I guess. What is he doing?
He's playing the bass guitar. He's doing a Gene Simmons.
Coming.
And he was caught by Daphne.
What are you doing here?
I came to see you. Why, is your girlfriend here?
Why are you looking for?
Anybody who's changing.
Do you ever turn nothing off?
Not if I'm in here with naked girls around.
Too much.
Oh, I love Billy Kidman. Fans want to let you know we've been told word that WCW's executive board has been talking about acting commissioner Jeff Jarrett's ruling earlier this evening about the match between Sid Vicious and Scott Hall, and they are going to make some sort of ruling or decision here in just a few moments. We're going to hear what the executive board have to say about what Jeff Jarrett just did.
I don't see what they can say or do. Jeff Jarrett's the commissioner. I know there's a power struggle between WCW and Deputy Commissioner Jeff Jarrett, but can they overrule Jarrett?
I don't know. I don't know what the bylaws say, but, well, we are in Oklahoma, and why not bring Oklahoma in?
Boomer Sooner.
Boomer Sooner, the one and only Oklahoma with a clipboard. You know, he's the new head of the women's division in WCW now.
Can't find a better man, Tony Schiavone. If anybody knows women, it's Oklahoma. Look at the warm, loving relationship he had with Medusa.
I want to thank you all for that warm Oklahoma reception.
They love him here, love him. He's one of their own, Tony.
I stand before you all tonight, not just as a man, but in an official capacity. In his infinite wisdom, Acting Commissioner Jeff Jarrett has named yours truly, good old Oklahoma, to organize a new division here in WCW. And this ain't gonna be just any division. Oh no, it's gonna be a special one. This is a division that Oklahoma was born to spearhead. Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at the general manager of the WCW Women's Division.
That's great news, Tony.
That's news, I know that.
Great news.
Now we all know that women have no place in wrestling. I've proved it time and again, but bless their hearts, some of them just keep trying and trying, and I think that's just adorable. So what I'm gonna do is I wanna make it easy for these women. I'm gonna look out for them. One of the things we're gonna do is institute rigorous medical examinations for each and every woman on the roster, of which I will be personally present at each and every one. Thank you very much.
Maybe he needs an extra hand, Tony.
But however, this is bad news for our friend Medusa. Now, one thing I would like to do is I would like to call out Dr. Jeter. Dr. Jeter, would you come out here, please?
Dr. Jeter?
It's not Derek Jeter.
With regards to the medical requirements of the new women's division, ladies and gentlemen, this is Dr. Haywood Jeter, a world-renowned cosmetic surgeon. He has sculpted some of the best bodies from Boise to Bangkok. And something I found out this week shocked all Oklahoma. That Dr. Jeter counts among his clientele Medusa. Dr. Jeter, have you done any cosmetic work on Medusa?
Yes, I have.
Was it a little or a lot? Okay, I understand that. Doctor-patient confidentiality, I respect that. How about if I just ask questions and you just say yes or no?
Okay.
Have you done Medusa's nose?
Yes, I have.
Have you done her eyes?
Yes.
Have you done her lips?
Yes.
Augmented, I'm guessing you augmented her lips? Did you augment anything else?
Yes, I did.
Her chest? Did you augment Medusa's chest?
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
Yes.
What the hell else is there? Her ass? Did you augment Medusa's ass?
Yes.
Well, now that's just not right, and Medusa has no place in our women's division. As Aretha Franklin once said, "You make me feel like a natural woman." Well, there ain't nothing natural about this woman, Medusa. Thank you. Thank you very much.
She's on her way to the ring.
I'm glad you agree.
Oklahoma.
I'm glad to see that you feel the same way Oklahoma does.
Yeah, her and her replaceable parts, Tony.
They think
I cannot, in good conscience, allow. Thank you. Thank you very much.
He thinks they're cheering for him.
You're embarrassing me.
They are cheering for him.
No, they're not. Thank you very much.
Well, maybe they're not.
I
Medusa's
cannot
looking pretty good.
Okay, thank you. Thank.
Oh! She says that. How about that front kick of Medusa's?
Now, Tony, on a serious medical note, did you notice when she had that punch and that kick, none of her body parts actually moved? Dr. Jeter was right, I think. Of course, now he's unconscious. She's grinding it in, Tony.
Boy, yeah, I don't know. You described it the best, Mark.
I'm very uncomfortable right now, Tony.
And Oklahoma's going to be very uncomfortable about the direction of the women's division, especially with the wrath of Medusa, who just took this doctor out. She claimed she never saw this man. He was never her doctor. And she's given chase to Oklahoma now.
Well, maybe she was blindfolded during the surgery, never actually saw him.
The Nature Boy Ric Flair is in the building with the lovely ladies. He is here, but right now, as we said, with a big announcement, we're taking to meet Gene Okerlund. Gene?
Well, Tony Schiavone and Mark Madden, as you know, the WCW Executive Board has been in a closed-door session for a number of hours. I've just been informed that Terry Taylor is coming out of that meeting with some big news that we'll pass along to you right after this. Don't go away.
All right, Gene, we await Terry Taylor's big announcement, whatever that may be, but as we await that, Terry Funk is on his way to the arena. It's an I Quit match against David Flair, Crowbar and Daphne in tow, and that match is coming up next, plus the big announcement.
We are back with Terry Taylor. I assume, Terry, you speak on behalf of the WCW Executive Board. You guys just coming out of a meeting. When is this abuse of power on the part of Commissioner Jeff Jarrett and the NWO going to come to an end? First of all, Jarrett books himself into the main event, the title match at Super Brawl. Right. Then he tries to buy off a referee, and tonight he orders Scott Hall to take on Sid Vicious. Where does it all end?
Well, it starts to end tonight because while the board cannot change participants in a match, we can change the stipulations. So it's Super Brawl with the guest referee chosen by the chosen one, Mark Johnson, out of there.
Gone.
Gone. And also tonight, maybe to stir things up a little bit in the NWO, let's make it a title match tonight. Whoa. Sid Vicious and Scott Hall for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
That would be heavy, Terry. Can that be arranged?
It already has been. And Gene, what would happen, you're a wagering man, if Scott Hall wins tonight? What does that do to the NWO and Jeff Jarrett?
Little fireworks, I suspect.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks.
That's a bunch of crap. Terry Taylor, since he can't make it in the ring, what's he want to do? Hide behind the committee? And he wants to make that bunch of crap decision? Terry Taylor. I mean, who's Terry Taylor? Oh, I guess they let it go the last couple of weeks. Everything I wanted to do as commissioner. Now all of a sudden they don't like my referee. Boy, that.
So there you have it, Mark Madden. It's going to be a title match tonight, so says the WCW Executive Committee, and I think it's a pretty good move.
No, come on. WCW is trying to tear the NWO apart. They know Sid can't beat Jeff Jarrett at Super Bowl, so they're trying to tear them apart, Tony, to get between Hall and Jarrett. I just hope those two guys are smart enough to not let it happen.
The fans coming up at Super Brawl, as you know, it's going to be Ric Flair and Terry Funk. If you go back to 1989, one of the greatest years in wrestling and one of the greatest years for what a rivalry between Terry Funk and Ric Flair as we take a look back then and their I Quit match.
That shouldn't be a title match.
the Champions, you'll recall, Mark Madden, it was a match that we, as wrestling fans, talked about for a long, long time.
New York knockout, Troy, New York, Funk, Flair, I Quit. Tony, I have that match on tape at my home, and I've watched it over and over and over again. And now, over a decade later, David Flair has to pay for the sins of the father, I guess.
All right, as Terry Funk comes to the ring to face David Flair, we're going to take you back to the confrontation that went down here on this program a week ago. Flair in the ring, being interviewed by Okerlund. Funk comes out, decks Flair, spinning toe hold, and then a major pull-apart between the two men as security had to get between them. They won't be getting between the two men on the 20th of this month at Super Brawl in San Francisco. This happened, of course, at our broadcast table during the main event when they were supposed to be teammates of Sid Vicious.
How can that kind of hatred survive for over a decade? How can two men just have such loathing for each other, such absolute hatred for over a decade?
So Terry Funk is in the ring. Ric Flair, as we know, is in the building. We've seen him arrive with his beautiful women. So you got to be wondering what's going through his mind right now. As David Flair, former world tag team champ, and you made a good point earlier where there was a much different look and demeanor of David Flair when he was interviewed by David.
Well, Tony, Ric Flair, as I said earlier, caused a lot of David Flair's mental problems by always fighting his own battles for him, by giving him an inferiority complex. Maybe this is David Flair's first step on the road to recovery from being a total nutcase.
He has a much different, I can't read that look. I don't know if it's concern, if it's fear, or what it is. But one thing I do know, he took Crowbar Gaff and told him to stay back. He did not want them to come to the ring with him. So the thought process is much different for David Flair. Even
David, do you understand what you're getting into? That this is an I Quit match? Do you realize that I'm gonna give you one chance right now to say I quit before this goes on any further?
I'll go to hell before I'm quitting.
Let me tell you something, and you, Ric Flair, I know you're back there. Why don't you come down here and face me in an I Quit match? I know you've been world's champion 14 times, and you should be proud of that. But I know that you got your ass beat 14 times. You lost the championship 14 times. Now forget about your kid and come down here and face me in the I Quit match, and I will kick your ass the 15th.
How about that? Turned his attention away from David Flair. I don't know if he thought David would hit him or what he thought, but David Flair is on the attack. And he is whacking him with that chair.
I am stunned. David Flair is pounding him, and Terry Funk is not even flinching.
Listen to this.
The chair is denting before our very eyes, and Terry Funk's not flinching. Well, now he's flinching. He fell out of the ring, but he won't quit.
The microphone is in the ring for someone to give up on the mic. David Flair underneath, and he's got a table.
I am just taken aback. First, the announcement that Scott Hall against Sid Vicious is a title match.
For tonight, yes it is.
Now a very serious situation here. David Flair, Terry Funk, I quit.
And David Flair, incredibly, is dominating now. Well, forget about that.
Now he's not.
Yeah, just as soon as I said it. Terry Funk, how many shots did he take in the head with a chair, Mark Madden?
I lost count. It was either 5 or 6, and oh my Lord. Now he's taking up the protective padding outside the ring, exposing the hard concrete floor.
This is concrete. This is not particle board over ice. This is a concrete floor.
There's a pile driver. Knocked him down there with a good one, Tony.
Wow.
You better come and get your kid, Flair, while he's still damn well alive.
Get on down here. Do you quit, you little bastard?
I ain't quitting. I'm not quitting.
How much can David, we know how much Terry Funk can take, but how much can David Flair, oh no. Oh no. Oh my God, he pile driving on the floor.
You could see his neck just bend and twist with the impact.
Of course, he may be out cold here in just a moment.
Get down there, Flair.
Now, never mind David Flair, where's Ric Flair?
That's the question. Why doesn't he come down here to help his son? What in the world is going there? Our camera's looking to the entranceway. There's we know he's here.
Oh, no. Oh, hold the phone, Tony. 1989 Music City Showdown. Funk pile drove Ric Flair through a table. He did. He broke Ric Flair's neck. 1989 Music City Showdown. That started the Funk Flair feud.
Oh, my God. A pile driver to the table.
That brings back old memories, Tony, and they're not pleasant. That's exactly how Terry Funk broke Ric Flair's neck at Music City Showdown in '89. And David Flair doesn't appear to have fared any better. The crowd is silent. The crowd knows, oh, David Flair barely moving.
Why is Ric Flair not coming to save his son? I'm going to ask you again. Mark, I mean, we've seen the shots. The young man has had a pile driver on the concrete floor, a pile driver on the table, and surely with this second table coming out, he's got to come down here now and stop this thing. His son cannot even talk right now to say I quit.
Well, David Flair wants to do this on his own, but certainly blood's thicker than water or any promises made by David Flair. The father has to save the son here, but where is Ric Flair? Oh, he's not going to do it again.
I would hope. Well, he lays him out across. Look, David is out.
David Flair can't quit. He can't move.
He's going to take a down. No.
I guess he's not quite out.
I guess he's not.
I bet he wishes he was.
You got 5 seconds, Flair.
5 seconds.
5 seconds.
And look how helpless. David cannot even defend himself on that table.
Your ass stand here. I'm coming off on him.
Coming off on him?
I'm going to come off on him. I'm going to ruin the kid for life. 5.
Oh, no. Get out here, Rick.
Please, Ric Flair, get out here.
2, 1, 0.
Well, David fell off the table, which might have saved him some more damage. Funk's waiting for Flair still.
Bastard. You say I live on a chicken ranch. I don't have any chickens like you. I don't need to beat on this kid anymore, Flair. I'm not gonna beat on him. I'll quit tonight, but I damn sure ain't quitting when I get you out here in the same kind of match.
This is the most bizarre thing we've ever witnessed.
You banana nose, pig-eyed, lying, cheating, evil, banana nose bastard!
You got to give Terry Funk credit. He could have messed David Flair up even more.
I've never seen anything. You've never witnessed a scenario like this, a scene like this.
There's your winner, David Flair.
Technically is your winner. Funk said he quits. Danny Young, the trainer, has come out. They're chanting, "We want Flair," and I still got to wonder why Ric Flair would not come out. But I can tell you this, fans. On the 20th of this month, he'll come out and face Terry Funk, and you just got to wonder what's going through the mind of Ric Flair right now. What in the world for a man to see his son beaten like this? Let's go to Mike Tenay. I understand. And I know, Mike, you're watching back there as well. This is brutal. Hold on now.
You got access to a camera crew?
Yes, sir.
They want an answer? About 2 minutes, I'll give you an answer. Get me a camera crew.
We'll be ready.
We'll get a camera crew for Arn Anderson next. I think it's safe to say we're not going to forget this night for a long time for many reasons, but of course David Flair in the I Quit match moments ago got on the offensive. We were amazed at all these chair shots screaming, "Do you want to quit, Funk? Do you want to quit?" Funk finally went down on the floor, and then when they got down the floor, Mark Madden, it was brutal.
It wasn't the Wrestling Classic the 89 Ric Flair Terry Funk match was, but for Carnage, it might have topped it.
We've never witnessed anything like it. And Arn Anderson said he had something to say. Mike Tenay standing back with him live. Mike, go ahead.
Arn Anderson, this is the time you requested. You promised us an answer in this Ric Flair Terry Funk situation, and I think I know you well enough to see that you're not a happy man.
What a difference a few days make. Last Thursday, I said that guys like Terry Funk and Ric Flair made me proud to call myself a wrestler. And I see what took place tonight. That's one beating that David Flair didn't have to take, Rick. I almost want to agree with Scott Steiner right now, and that makes me want to puke. The fact is, Terry Funk didn't have to go out and make an example out of a 20-year-old mixed-up kid. He didn't have to use him as a pawn, and Rick, you didn't have to let it happen. Because somewhere in this building with these three broads, you're back here dancing around trying to be Ric Flair. When you should have been that kid's father and went down and stopped this. Yeah, I'm running through a lot of emotion through my mind right now, Rick. And everybody asks me, what side do I take? Well, Terry Funk, after you did that, and after you let it happen, Rick, you know what I'm going to do for the first time in my life? I'm going to bow out. I'm going to bow out of not only your scrape and your situation and WCW situation, I feel like stepping out of the human race because what I just saw made me sick to my stomach, and I don't want any part of it.
Obviously, Arn Anderson not choosing sides. Tony, back to you.
Mike, thanks a lot. And boy, Arn Anderson is just overcome with emotion right now, and you can understand why. I mean, come on, Mark. I know whose side you take a lot. You've been a very close friend of Ric Flair's for many, many years, but father and son relationships, David Flair snapped because of what happened to his father back last October.
I'll be honest. Arn Anderson said one thing that rings very true. There comes a time when you have to stop being Ric Flair 24 hours a day and be somebody's dad. That was the time, and Ric Flair didn't come through.
I can't, being a father of four boys, I can't imagine anybody doing that to his son.
Here's something else to consider, though. Arn Anderson says he's neutral. Arn Anderson never, ever stays neutral for very long.
Well, that's a point well taken as well. I can only say this, that you know, a lot of times I get out here on this program and I say, oh, what a match it's going to be. What a match Super Brawl. I don't know what kind of match that thing's going to be between Terry Funk and Ric Flair coming up at Super Brawl. I don't know.
There's so much hatred involved, so much animosity. I don't expect to see many wrestling holds. I expect to see a brawl. Boy, if it's a long match, Tony, those guys could both end up in a hospital or even worse.
I have a feeling that that night at the Cow Palace in San Francisco, a place where legendary matches have been held, that's going to be a fight that's going to go everywhere. Everywhere.
I'm speechless. I've never felt anti-Ric Flair for even a second of my life. I've been a fan of the guy my whole life, but what he just did was despicable.
Okay, it's time for our next matchup, and we are obviously shaken by the things we have seen here. And out comes the Disco Inferno with the Mamalukes within the World Tag Team Champions, taking on Stevie Ray with Jay Biggs and Big T of Harlem Heat. And Stevie Ray has a definite advantage in size. Disco Inferno trying to take the advantage here. The battle for the name Harlem Heat will erupt at Super Brawl in 13 days in San Francisco. And really, if you think about it, here's a man, Booker, who's been stripped of everything. You got Big T, you got Jay Biggs on the outside. Booker has his work cut out for him coming up in San Francisco.
Well, now Booker made his choices. He chose Midnight over his brother. He chose Midnight over the Harlem Heat name. He made his bed, now he should sleep it.
What do we got here? We've got some sort of an argument, pull-apart going on. What's going on?
Big T and the Mamalukes are squaring off outside the ring. Here comes the whole refereeing corps. Jay Biggs is in the mix somewhere. This Jay Biggs guy, Tony, didn't he used to carry a tennis racket?
No, I don't think so.
Honest mistake.
All the way on the outside, Biggs and Big T now have been taken away. And I guess the Mamalukes have too. They've told them to take their differences and let this match take place one-on-one in the ring. So they've been run away from ringside. That leaves only these two men in. We still have to come tonight for the world title. Sid Vicious and Scott Hall. We could crown a new world champion here tonight. And that would put Scott Hall, I would assume, in against Jeff Jarrett coming up at Super Brawl.
You would assume, but as I said, just a cheap tactic by WCW management to try to split up the NWO. I don't like it.
And you say that because it is every person, every wrestler's charge, mission, goal to become world champion, everyone, including a Scott Hall.
No, you can't blame Scott Hall if he comes in here to win the title. That's the way it should be.
Stevie Ray looks like he's got the slapjack. And he got it kicked out of his hand that time to the Disco Inferno and a swinging neck breaker. The Disco Inferno sees a slapjack, and now it's a pull apart between he and Charles Robinson with the slapjack. Robinson's got it away from him.
And there's a different kind of slapjack, the wrestling hold. That should do it.
Yeah, that was the big one from Stevie Ray, and it got the 1, 2, 3 over the Disco Inferno. He was going to use the slapjack device and use the slapjack wrestling hold to get the win.
Not a bad match, all things considered. It was the size of Stevie Ray against the quickness of Disco. But Stevie Ray's from the street. Remind me to tell you sometime how I grew up in Harlem with Stevie Ray, Jay Biggs, and Booker.
Okay, we'll remind you of that, but we want to remind you that later tonight, it'll be Scott Hall, Sid Vicious. They will go one-on-one, and this time tonight, it is for the WCW World Heavyweight title. And with that in mind, we go back to the NWO, I understand.
Wow. No, not Donnie. Ronnie Donnie, don't answer my phone. Come here. Come here. I'm expecting a call. Don't answer it, though. Hey, you realize why the executive committee made this decision?
Yeah, because they'd owed me this since that World War III came out in 97.
They're trying to split us up. They're driving a wedge, man. Can't you see it?
Jeff, even if I win the belt, don't worry, it stays in the family, buddy. No, I'm just kidding, man. I'm softening them up for you there, Douglas. Don't worry about a thing, man.
All right, man. All right.
Don't worry about a thing.
Sid Vicious, I don't mind telling you, the WCW Executive Board has really done it this time. They have caused some tension amongst the NWO. And tonight, they've made your match against Scott Hall a title match, apparently to divide the NWO right down the middle.
See, I don't care who Jeff Jarrett or the WCW Executive Board throws in my path. It just don't matter, Gene. See, what bothers me, if the NWO is mentioned around here, everybody treats them like they're a monster. Woo, like a six-headed monster. Well, see, you guys, I have tricked you every time. Tonight, Scott Hall, you are temporarily back in the ring. I said temporarily. For tonight, you face final extinction, the total oblivion. Your career will be over.
Reminder to tune in to Thunder each and every Wednesday, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time for 2 hours on TBS. Join Mike Tenay and the new broadcast partner, the one and only Bobby the Brain Heenan.
A great inspiration to me. My whole life, both in and out of wrestling, I might add.
Look at Ric Flair, look at his face.
I've been his best friend for 15 years. Tell Arn Anderson he's in over his head. I'm Ric Flair. They only made one. I'm Ric Flair. Ask around that building tonight. And I had him something special tonight. Double A, I had you something special. Now I gotta take care of it, buddy. Woo!
What is going through his mind anyway as he
He's
leaves
going
the arena?
after a night on the town.
After his son was bludgeoned.
You know, I like Ric Flair. I've always liked the bad guys my whole life. It has a little more quality of living on the edge to it. But when Ric Flair left his own son out there to get killed tonight, it was even too much for me.
Huh. This is for the hardcore title. I'm not so sure this is what Brian Knobbs wanted when he approached interim commissioner Jeff Jarrett, but this is what he got.
Brian Knobbs can't even bribe people properly, for heaven's sakes.
The WCW hardcore title, if we haven't been hardcore enough, we're going to take you back to when Brian Knobbs suffered a broken wrist at the hands of the one and only Total Package. And that's been his MO as of late.
Oh, the Total Package is getting ready for a war. Hulk Hogan looms at Super Brawl. Sting's lurking somewhere in the shadows. The Package has to do everything he can to stave off his enemies.
So now, Bam Bam Bigelow in the ring, and we're going to bring in the man who's going to be the special referee assigned to this thing, Fitz Finlay, and look at Knobbs behind him.
In my mind, Knobbs and Bigelow, despite being husky fellows like myself, may be the two most hardcore guys in WCW. Even screaming Norman Smiley, I dare say.
Knobbs saying, hey, listen, I've got a broken arm. I shouldn't even be in here, but he's going to be in there as Bigelow took that trash can and threw it at his head and knocked him right off his feet. The hardcore title on the line. Fit Finley's the referee again. Poor old Brian Knobbs.
He's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but you got to admire his guts.
Yeah, he's a very gutsy guy. You're right.
In there with the broken arm, in there with the referee who's lined up against him, in there with Jeff Jarrett making a fool out of him at every turn. Brian Knobbs has a lot of heart.
And he is the hardcore champion. This is for the belt here on WCW Monday Nitro, as Knobbs gets thrown into the safety rail now here by Bam Bam Bigelow.
Now right there, you saw where that arm's going to hurt. Aside from,
oh my God.
Well, that's where it's going to hurt a lot when you get it jammed into a metal staircase. But right before that, Knobbs was running to the guardrail, and he couldn't get his bad arm up to protect himself. He took a shot right in the ribs, and they're off the ring steps again.
Using the aluminum crutch that time and holding the broken arm across the ring steps and rolling Brian Knobbs back in. There you see the different devices that Bigelow and Brian Knobbs could use, but it's been all Bam Bam Bigelow. And with the excruciating pain that Knobbs is going through right here, Bam Bam Bigelow, this may be a cakewalk for him.
Well, there's no such thing as a cakewalk against Brian Knobbs, but Bigelow has the advantage.
Throwing Bigelow into the aluminum ladder. Oh, it falls on Brian Knobbs.
Little double jeopardy there. He ran arm first into the ladder fell on him. Knobbs tried to use that arm for a weapon. That's not too smart, but that's his biggest chance to strike one knockout blow. And there's a big shot with a trash can lid.
He may have opened his head up that time. Bigelow looking to see if he's bleeding. It really caught him hard, and now a kendo stick whacking him across the back.
Give Knobbs credit. I don't know what's holding him up. The pain from his arm should have made him pass out by now.
Absolutely, you're right. Good call, Mark Madden. Into the gut, driving the ladder in, and once again, look at Brian Knobbs go. Survival is what a hardcore match is all about, endurance. The feet across the ladder to the face of Knobbs, who was running full speed ahead into Bam Bam Bigelow. And Bigelow now is going to pick the big guy over 300 pounds up onto the turnbuckle pads. And he's got a chair. And he's got another chair. But Knobbs has got the trash can.
And Finley handed Knobbs that trash can.
Yes, he did. So Finley helping Knobbs out here a little bit. And then he hits him with the chair.
Not for long. Here's a cover.
And Bigelow will make a cover. And Bigelow's going to win the hardcore championship after he Fit Finley hit Brian Knobbs with a chair.
Kind of a quick count by Fit Finley there, too. First he helped Knobbs, then he helped Bigelow. I guess in his own way, Fit Finley called it right down the middle.
Then he throws the belt at Bam Bam Bigelow, who is the new WCW Hardcore Champion, and defeats the man who's been knocked out, Brian Knobbs.
Let's give Knobbs a lot of credit. No arm, no title, but a lot of guts.
Later tonight, world title on the line. It's going to be right here live on TNT. Sid Vicious, world champion, against Scott Hall of the NWO.
How does your ass feel? If it just got kicked, what you fucking do?
And now a fight breaks out with Wayne and Idol in the back and the Mamalukes in Disco Inferno. And Billy Kidman, Torrie Wilson on the way to the arena. Billy Kidman and the Demon are coming up next on TNT. Billy Kidman with Torrie Wilson makes his way here towards the ring.
Let's go to the B-roll here, Tony.
Now it's going to show you the recent wins by Billy Kidman. Recently, back on the 17th of January, the 1-2-3 over Psychosis. Billy Kidman gets the win. And then 2 days later, against the artist formerly known as Prince Iaukea, another win by Billy Kidman. That happened on TBS. And then on January 31st, just a week ago, with help from Vampiro. I don't think he really wanted to help Kidman get the win, but he did. Kidman, 3 wins in a row. There is no one hotter in WCW right now.
A lot of people are saying that Billy Kidman is the best in-ring performer in WCW, and I'm one of the people saying it. I don't think there's anybody better.
So Billy Kidman in the ring, and his opponent makes one of the most impressive entrances in all of WCW. If you're a Kiss fan, or even if you're not a Kiss fan, I think you're impressed by this. In the image of Gene Simmons himself, here's the Demon.
Tony, you know you're a Kiss fan. You know I'm a Kiss fan. It's time for the God of Thunder and rock and roll.
Coming to the song God of Thunder, but you know, Mark, there's something more to the Demon than just a great entrance. In the theme song, one of the legendary songs of Kiss, God of Thunder, the fact, that's Crowbar in the back. And
he's going crazy, he loves it.
He's into this as well now, isn't he? But the fact is, we have seen in only, about 3 weeks, the Demon can really go. The guy shows us a lot in the ring as well.
Don't forget the guy's a lifelong Kiss fan. He derives a lot of energy from dressing in the image of Gene Simmons, from coming to the ring to the tune God of Thunder, and who can blame him? I'm pretty psyched up myself right now, Tony.
The Demon.
Very impressive tongue on the Demon. Not that I would really care about none of that.
Well, that was one of Gene Simmons' demos, you know, the tongue
exactly.
Right in the image of, so he's got him with quite an entrance, the Demon. And Billy Kidman out of here. Demon, obviously, the size advantage, but Billy Kidman, as we said, greatest in-ring performer in WCW right now. Yes, you may say arguably so, but there's no question he's got the win streak behind him, and the Demon tries to take a fight like great, and Billy Kidman comes with a great drop kick.
You're right, the Demon can go, but so can Billy Kidman. It's going to be a great match here. Right now, it's anybody's game, but I like Kidman.
Look at the power of the Demon, lifting Kidman off that time and throwing him to the mat. Super Brawl 13 days out.
I can't wait. San Francisco, the Cow Palace, site of so many legendary matches. The Demon will be facing a mystery opponent. I have no idea who that could be.
Well, the Demon painting his face up like Gene Simmons. Could it be someone else with face paint on? Maybe someone out there is an Ace Frehley fan.
Well, maybe Crowbar's an Ace Frehley fan.
Maybe
Crowbar was going crazy in the back watching the Demon.
Maybe he'll paint his face up like Ace Frehley or
Peter Criss or Paul Stanley.
Yeah, maybe so.
Fans chanting for Torrie, who can blame him? There's a leg drop by the Demon.
Yeah, a lot of the fans getting a lot of attention to Torrie, who always looks wonderful out here. Double underhook, butterfly takeover by the Demon, fundamentally sound. The Demon comes to the middle turnbuckle. He's walking those red ropes, and he's up on top, and he missed that time. Little bit too much hang time for the Demon coming off of the middle rope that time, Mark.
Not too long ago, we saw Torrie Wilson put her lipstick on. I'd rather help her take it off.
Kidman drives him down with a bulldog maneuver out of the ropes, covers him 1, 2, and the Demon kicks away in a 2 count. And there is the knockout herself, Torrie Wilson. Look how concerned she is with her man in the ring, Billy Kidman. It's quite a story in itself, how Kidman kind of worked his way around to having Torrie only with him. And how about this move by the Demon? 1, 2, and he almost beat Kidman. That was a fraction away from what would be considered a major upset here.
Well, I don't know. The Demon's real good. As good as Kidman, I don't know, but he's pretty good.
Pick up, side slam that time by the Demon. Torrie encouraging Billy Kidman to get up, but the man is getting up is the Demon. He's climbing the top turnbuckle pads all the way up, and Billy Kidman playing a little possum that time, allowed him to climb the top rope just to knock him down.
Now Kidman looks like he wants to go up there with him. What's going to happen here?
Up on top, what a move! Big Frankensteiner, the fans are up, and he pinned it.
What a great top rope Frankensteiner by Kidman.
Watch out, it's Crowbar.
Big sit-out gourd buster on Kidman. He came in, I guess he really wanted to see the Kiss Demon win that match.
I guess he did, and he is taking Kidman apart. This was a blatant attack from behind. Look at this.
Crowbar bowing down to the Kiss Demon. I guess he's not worthy. And the Kiss Demon apparently thinks he really isn't worthy. He seems to be treating Crowbar with disdain.
I don't think he understands all this, but I think it's very clear-cut that Crowbar loves the Demon and loves Kiss. As Sid Vicious prepares for his match on their way to the ring, to the arena, the total package. And look at the chair, along with Elizabeth. That's the Hulkster on the chair.
There's boys. It's all under control.
We got Sid. We got the big goof.
We're gonna hurt Sid, and the chosen one's gonna take care of him in Super Brawl.
Jeff, this phone, you can go on phone.
Don't worry about it. I know it is. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No. It's one of the big.
Coming up in Super Brawl one-on-one, it is going to be a special attraction as Hollywood Hulk Hogan returns to the wars of WCW against the Total Package with Elizabeth. That's coming up in a mere 13 days. Super Brawl 2000 at the Cow Palace and San Francisco.
Hulk Hogan against the Total Package. I see it as a part-time wrestler who's mostly an actor coming back to face the most polished athlete in WCW, maybe even in all of sports. To me, it's a mismatch. Hogan thinks he can beat a full-time wrestler, the likes of the Total Package, the Cal Ripken of wrestling. I don't think so.
Total Package always comes in with an abundance of confidence, feeling, yes, he is the Cal Ripken of wrestling. He did put Sting out. Sting now back on the man, back on the, as we saw with Craig Kilborn in the Late Show with Craig Kilborn, plugging his movie Shutter Speed, but it was just this past Wednesday on Thunder when Hulk Hogan made a dramatic return. We thought it was Sting. Hogan said, not a chance, that's not Sting. It was a little diversion, and it wasn't Sting. But it enabled Hogan to get the blow in, and enabled Hogan to get the first blow in as the Total Package turned around, and they went at it one-on-one, much like they're going to go at it coming up on the 20th of this month.
It's going to be a tremendous match. But like I said, the Total Package is primed, polished, and ready. I can't see Hogan beating him as great as Hogan has been.
They picked up Elizabeth, got rid of her as she tried to attack him with that baseball bat. And now we're back live in the ring of this magnificent athlete.
Maybe Hogan and Sting could get together like Crosby and Bob Hope and do some on-the-road movies. That'd be kind of nostalgic in a modern sort of way. Well, the Total Package seems ready to speak. I say we listen. He is a great athlete after all.
Last Wednesday on Thunder, we witnessed a real treat and the return of the immortal Hulk Hogan. But you see, Hogan, you made one huge mistake as you made your State of the Union address to the Total Package, because you included me. You questioned my track record in this sport, which is unprecedented. I've won every major title, and I've looked better than everyone else doing it for 14 years at 6'4", 270 pounds, and 4% body fat, 12 months a year, 52 weeks a year, every day of my life. How dare you, Hogan, question me? You were on the mountaintop looking down at everyone else, but not anymore, because you're looking at the present and the future man, the Total Package of professional wrestling. And you're gonna find out at Super Brawl why I'm the man, because you won't be calling me a comedy act when I put you in the rack and break you in two. You won't be laughing then. When I break your arm, you won't be laughing then.
Boy, he's motivated. Holy
so I get the last laugh. But seeing how you're not even in the building anymore, I want to call down a man who everyone in this sport knows has been and always will be your best friend to deliver a very important personal message. And his name is the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. I want him to have his microphone ready. Come on out, Jimmy Hart.
Calling out Jimmy Hart. Now,
here's a man who, besides a woman standing next to me,
Jimmy Hart
is probably the greatest manager in the history of professional wrestling. Managed all the greats. Isn't that right, Liz? Come on up, Jimmy. I don't know what we do without you here. This man's in the back, running the show and making things happen. He has one of the greatest minds of this sport. I just want to have him out here to deliver this personal message. Jimmy, welcome.
Well, first of all, Lex, I don't work for Western Union, so I don't deliver messages, okay? But you know something? If you really want to talk about Hulk Hogan, you came to the man who knows everything about Hulk Hogan, because you see, I am Hulk Hogan's best friend. You understand that?
Oh, that's why I had you out here.
You know, Lex, all you are is a Hulk Hogan wannabe.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
In your lifetime, you will never, ever sell out as many arenas all over the world that Hulk Hogan has sold out.
How about that statement?
I can see Jimmy drank
Lex,
the Kool-Aid.
in your lifetime, you will never, ever sell as much merchandise as Hulk Hogan has sold all over the world. In your lifetime, baby.
Well, I don't think anyone will do that, actually.
You know, that's Lex, true. There's more people every morning when Hulk Hogan goes out to his mailbox and gets his fan mail that watch him do that than watch you in these house shows around the country now. And last but not least, Lex, every time you pick up a check from WCW, baby, you are stealing money. So Lex, once again, I don't deliver messages. So if you want to talk to Hulk Hogan, you can tell it to him yourself.
I think that... Whoa, Jimmy. I let you speak your piece uninterfered, correct? When I was out here last week with Hogan and I heard those chants, it made me sick to my stomach because I thought I was in a time warp.
Package. Hear them, Tony? They love the package.
Come on, Mark.
So, Jimmy, please deliver this very personal message. Because I am the equal or better than Hogan. Because I have one thing he lacks. You know what that is? He dared put his hands on myself, but most of all Liz last week. And did he not think I would raise the ante? He doesn't have the vicious streak of the total package. That's what he lacks.
Oh, come on, Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart's completely defenseless here. What in the hell is going on?
Well, he came out here and shut his mouth off, and this is the price he pays, I guess.
I understand that, but there's no, the man is 270 plus pounds attacking Jimmy Hart.
Oh, what are they doing with this chair? Oh, no.
Now, Jimmy Hart, after you go to the doctors, I want you to deliver a message that I'll see Hogan and Super Brawl after I break your arm.
Look at his hand.
Oh!
That's the same thing that happened to Sting. The same thing.
Hogan.
That happened to Buff Bagwell.
Super Brawl.
They need to get Jimmy out of here. They've had to have broken his hand.
Brian Knobbs too.
The package. Brian Knobbs, you're right. Who could stop the total package? Well, we are moments away from our big one. Scott Hall of the NWO walks out knowing he can walk back with the world title around his waist. But can he? He's going to face Sid Vicious next live. So here it is. It's for the WCW World Heavyweight title. Now, as we know, Super Brawl is coming up a week from this Sunday on the 20th of February. We know Sid Vicious and Jeff Jarrett will collide, but I gotta wonder what if? What if Scott Scott Hall dethroned Sid Vicious. Scott Hall and Jeff Jarrett for the world title? I guess so.
And Scott Hall is going to come out here looking to win the world title. It's the most important belt in wrestling, the most important trophy in all the sports. Scott Hall might be telling Jeff Jarrett he's just out here to talk about Sid. But I know Scott, you know Scott, he's coming out here to win. He's won every single belt but this one. It's too important for him to not wrestle on the level. As for Sid, how can you say he's not a great champion? He goes through every roadblock put in his path.
And he's had many of them over the past week. I would venture to say no world champion has gone through what he has gone through in a short span, Mark. And I know a lot of world champions have had big title defenses and they've been on the road in many great cities. But I'm talking about in the span of about 2 weeks what Sid Vicious has had to endure.
No doubt about that. If the Mamalukes are disorganized crime, the NWO is organized crime, a very organized patterned attack on Sid Vicious, but he still has the 25 pounds of gold.
Scott Hall and Sid Vicious World Heavyweight Championship bout. It's our feature on WCW Monday Nitro. Glad you could hang around with us. It's been an unforgettable night in many ways. Scenes and images we won't forget, and sounds for a long, long time. The match gets started. Typically, Hall does a toothpick in the face, and that has lit a fire that he didn't need to light, really, under the rear end of Sid Vicious and the world champion. You know, if nothing else, he's got to be feeling good the fact that he has endured all he's endured and still has that strap around his waist. That's got to give you a lift.
No doubt. I think it's fair to say that Scott Hall, in terms of technical wrestling expertise, is the best big man in the sport. But Sid's a warrior. He's bigger and he's stronger. Oh, what a choke slam already!
He wants to end it right now. That's amazing. And he's going to end it right now. The thing's over.
Well, now he should go to cover.
Well, you're right. I said this thing's over. The key is this thing is over if he tries to pin him. And pretty good move for Hall that time to roll over on his front side.
Oh, Scott's as smart as they come. Came up with the thumb in the eye. Now he's throwing one of the best right-handed punches in the business.
Boy, Sid Vicious paid for this one. It's going to be a Scott Hall follow-away slam, and Nick Patrick got caught. He had the follow-away slam. Sid Vicious, the head, as you saw, hit the referee. And now it looks like Scott Hall's calling the troops out. With the referee down, with Sid Vicious outside, Scott Hall, and here comes Jeff Jarrett.
Well, he's the commissioner. He's just coming to oversee the match, I bet.
I would think not. Meanwhile, as Jarrett comes out, Jarrett and Scott Hall work over Sid Vicious. So here's the plan. The plan is to drive him down. But the fact is, if they drive him down too much, Scott Hall's going to win the world title here.
Right, it's a fine line. If Jeff Jarrett's smart, he'll just start for a count. Oh, here they come.
Yeah, watch out, Mark. Out of nowhere. We need to get off the headset. Oh, my. The amazing thing, Mark Madden, is that this monster is still on his feet. He is still standing. The referee is still down. And look, Jarrett's turned his back. He's walked away. He's walking out.
Slam like that, you son of a bitch.
Get him up in the outside. Scott Hall's going to be the world champion. He put him in it.
That's right.
Now Jarrett's coming back.
Well, there's no referee to count the fall here, so who knows what's going to happen. Jarrett in the ring now.
Jarrett now pushing Scott Hall off. An argument is ensuing. Look, that's exactly what we
Jeff Jarrett just clocked Scott Hall with the guitar.
I can't believe.
Now he's going to put Sid on top of Hall. What's the story here?
I don't know.
Oh, there is trouble in NWO land.
Trouble to say the least. What in the world? I can't believe what we just saw. Look at the fans. I can't believe one, two, Sid Vicious.
What is the story here? Jeff Jarrett kept a member of the NWO from winning the title.
And the NWO doesn't even understand what went on. And you heard what he said. You're with me or you're with him. The fact is, it will be Sid Vicious and Jeff Jarrett.
I cannot believe that Scott Hall was that close to the world title and Jeff Jarrett cost his teammate the gold.
What a night, fans.